Welcome to your Cyber Cafe Week 1. I know this is going to be a little bit busy, but the next weeks are all focused Cyber Cafe posts. So let's get started on this week and let's go over what is due for this first discussion board to let everybody know in your little Cyber Cafe group who you are. The first thing we're going to do is introduce ourselves to our Cyber Cafe group by creating a short video. Remember, once you create this post, you don't need to search for your Cyber Cafe group or wonder who they are. You simply click the reply arrow below and your post will show to only the members of your group. So I'm using a program called Animoto, and it's free to college students. And you may want to select an app of your own. But at the end of the day, you're going to create a little video slideshow presentation to insert here in the course, and I'll show you how to do that. The post for this particular little video slideshow needs to include at least 3 topics that interest you. The video can include photos of you, if you're comfortable with that, your pets, any other optional personal images. The thing that's required for this video is letting your fellow classmates know what topics interest you. Then you're going to write a very short little paragraph explaining yourself in any way that's comfortable and appropriate for you. And then you're going to simply show what app you used to create your video. So let's start by creating this little video now. We're going to go to Animoto and we're going to get Animoto free. And we're going to create a video. You can upgrade, but it's not necessary. And again, you probably know other apps that you can create little slideshow presentations. But for this one, since this is what I use, we're going to make a slideshow. Here are all these fun little styles to choose from to create your video. This is just one, and you can see that it has music with it, and it's lots of fun. We're going to click Create the Video. Now from here, you add pictures, any pictures that you want. So let's say that I'm interested in travel. And I need to find some pictures for travel. And I think about where I might like to go. I search travel to Paris. I'm going to look at images. And I'm going to pick an image that I like. Now I can go to Google, I can research images like this one, save this to my desktop and then insert that, or I can click this and I can use Flickr, which requires me to get a free account, but I can get images that way as well. I can also look at the Animoto free stock images there, and I can add some from there. I can also add pictures of my own that I have saved that I want to share with the rest of the class, and I'm going to create as many of those. I'm just going to keep clicking the plus sign, and then once I get those, I can drag them around and put them in any order that I like. As you can see, I added one. I can just keep adding till I'm through, and I can change the song if I like a different song differently. I can preview the video here, and then whenever I'm finished editing, I will produce that video, which is just the slideshow. I know, isn't that fun? So then I produce that, and it's going to show me this. And it's going to give me a choice in how I want the video quality to be. And it's going to ask me to give it a title. And I'm going to use my name. And now I have that all set. And I'm ready to finish. And when this happens, it's going to give me a share link. And when I get that share link, I'm going to use the embed code. And there's my embed code right there. And I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back over to the discussion post that I'm creating. I'm back over here in the discussion board, and I'm going to scroll down here, pay no attention to that, and I'm going to click reply. And I'm going to go ahead and write just a little bit about me and say hello, and then I'm going to insert that little video that I just created. I'll show you how. Now you remember that I copied that HTML code, and so I'm going to insert this right here. Here's how. I do it this way because I'm going to view the HTML editor, and I'm going to take out those little X's, and I'm going to paste in that HTML code that I just got. I'm going to go down here. Do you see where this is? And see how it looks. And there it is. Now, I'm not going to post this yet because I have other things to do in this first discussion board. So let's go up here and see what else I have to do. Number 2, I'm going to study the page for Celebrate Your Style, and I'm going to create a post that shares with my group what my learning style is. Now we remember that Celebrate Your Style is back over here in the week 1 module. So let's go over there together and remind ourselves what this assignment was. Remember back here and beginning with week 1, the first thing we did in this class is learn how to celebrate how we learn. No more judging that I didn't do it perfectly the first time. Instead, we're all going to embrace the way that we learn. So after we've discovered this and read this page, after we've done the 20 questions and completed this assignment, now we're ready to go over to the discussion board and share with the class in my Cyber Cafe group a little bit about how I learn, whatever I'm comfortable sharing. So continuing on with my post, I'm just going to write this little explanation about how I learn. Once again, I want you to be comfortable with what you share with the class, but let people know how you learn. Are you a visual learner? Are you tactile? Are you, what did you discover from that Celebrate Your Style? Now it's time to move on to the next part of the assignment, which is select a picture of the animal that I chose for the argument essay in 6 sentences and include 3 fun facts about your animal. For my animal, I locked, and remember that was that topic lock. I locked the American bison, which are part of the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center Restoration Project to save that endangered species. I wrote a little bit about it, and the way I inserted that image is to go back to that text box. Remember, it's the same one I've been working on. And I'm going to go ahead and center this. And I'm going to insert an image that I'm going to upload. And I saved that image to my desktop, so I can upload that image here. So when I uploaded the image, I went to the image that's saved on my computer, and it shows it to me here, and I'm going to click Submit. Now look how big this image is. And I want to show you how I changed the size of the image. See how big it is? So once I click on it, you see how it gave me, I just clicked on it, and it gives me these little toggles, and I can just make it smaller. I don't want it to be so tiny that the reader can't see it, but I want it to be not that huge. And then I have finished submitting or uploading that image. And then the next thing under that little picture is an indication of why that animal I selected needs saving, why do I care about it, and so forth. Again, remember that the tone of the essay, the tone of the discussion board is positive. So yes, I care very much about these animals, and here's why I want to see them saved, and here's how I think that can happen. Now, you will submit this on Sunday, then you have the next day on Monday You'll make sure to respond to all the members of your group just as they will respond to you. And you do that by clicking a reply underneath their post. And the example that I've showed here is the full post that I submitted. So you can see there's my little video from Animoto. This is an explanation of how I think. Here's my endangered species animal that I selected, and a little bit of information about that. Now, when we reply to each person, you need to reply with at least 5 sentences. You know how nice it feels when people acknowledge you and they write something about your interests and things that they have in common with you, so you're going to extend the same courtesy. There are 5 to 7 members of your Cyber Cafe group. That's all you'll be responding to. And once again, once you click reply, you don't need to worry about whether it's going to go to just the members of your group, because it will only go to the members of your Cyber Cafe group. And that is the assignment for week 1, and I realize that it's a very busy week, but after this, the discussion boards for your Cyber Cafe group become far more focused. Enjoy!